All right, we're back. I took my hoodie off. It's too hot.
What were we talking about?
You were just rambling about how many pages you were going to read from tomorrow.
I don't have anything. It's going to come all from the heart.
Wait, are you serious?
I don't have anything written down right now.
All right, let me tell you a story about Big House 2. I remember for the first 15 minutes of the tournament,
Stop it.
You got Rob reading from a clipboard.
Okay, I was so stressed that tournament.
There were going to be no friendlies until after pools were over.
I was a robot. I was a zombie.
Okay.
You.
And what is up with our special guest tonight? The one, the only, the best player in the world for my money, Zoso.
Yeah, that's what you keep saying.
That's what I seriously have been saying that for a really long time.
Are you the Tang of East Coast though? We should have a best player in the world money match.
No, Zoso is better than Tang.
That would be. I don't know about that.
Oh my god,
Zoso's better than
really
Mitchell.
Funny. I don't think I've ever played Tang though. I think I might have played him in teams at like Apex or something.
Should do it.
Yeah, it'd be a good match.
So what's up, man? How you feeling? You're at Big House 3.
I'm feeling good. I left Rocky Hill, Connecticut at like 9 o'clock last night, and then I drove for like 12 hours. So.
You did all the driving.
I didn't do all the driving, but I didn't sleep in the car.
Okay.
I can't sleep in vehicles. I mean, I slept for like a couple hours during the afternoon, but I'm kind of running on fumes.
Right.
Shout out to our special guest tonight. What's this guy's name? Our special guest. Yeah. I forget his name. Dent. He was just talking on the loudspeaker. That was all part of the plan, you know. He just wanted to.
He's got that voice though. That I don't
he does,
know. He's
for
got
sure.
That like announcer. He hates me for saying that. He's got that announcer voice for sure.
Well, it's one of the things that all great TOs need is their announcer psychic.
I don't got that. Got to work on it. It's a refined skill.
Yeah. Anyways, Zoso, I heard literally nothing of what you said.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I actually didn't hear a word.
Yeah, basically I had a long trip. I had to drive between the hours of like 5 in the morning to 9:30 in the morning.
Dude, that's the East Coast stuff,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I've had like no sleep.
I guess that has not changed because there's a difference between East Coast and West Coast Smash, right? East Coast Smashers drive like to. You remember I don't know if you ever did it, but driving to the No John's biweeklies. It's like a 2-hour drive for like.
Mango told me that you, Mewtwo King, and G Money and J Man drove for like 22 hours to some Midwest thing or something. Something ridiculous.
Was that 52?
No, it was Show Me Your Moves 12.
Okay.
Oh, Chicago? That should not take.
It was in Champaign.
Illinois.
Yeah.
Champaign, Illinois. It took a long time. We played Melee in the car. It was really fun.
Nice. Yeah, I've done some Melee in the car trips.
I've
pretty
never
good.
played Melee in the car. I feel like something's missing.
It's like the Mile High Club of Melee, pretty much.
For sure.
Got to do that sometime.
Yeah.
So Rob, tell us about. So we're at the Big House 3. We're at the Big House 3. One of the most anticipated tournaments of 2013, probably number 2 behind EVO. What do you think about that? Apex. Well, maybe EVO, Apex, Big House 3.
Here's
so
the
thing. Fans know.
Here's the thing that Gimmer pointed out. This is the biggest
NorCal
Smash-only tournament of the year. By
Oh.
far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brawl, Melee, 64, whatever, Project M. We got like 200 plus people here, so
Yeah, okay.
it's by far the biggest Smash-only tournament.
This and then Zenith probably for Smash-only tournaments.
Maybe.
So tell us what the highlights of Big House 3 are. What do the fans have to look forward to tomorrow and Sunday?
Well, fans.
Why
on the
am I
stream,
here?
You know, I spent so much time organizing like the tournament experience for the in-person that like on the stream, I don't know. You're gonna have to ask Gamer. You're gonna have to ask Gamer what the stream experience is gonna be like.
Right,
I think
guys,
it's gonna be amazing.
TO does not care.
Gonna be amazing because Gamer is amazing. He's got that networking ability.
Yeah, you picked a good stream.
Big House 3 3D logos. So if he can do that, I'm sure he can put on a great stream.
Oh my God, is that happening as we talk? The Big House 3 logo is flipping around.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
So the stream schedule's right there.
We're esports now, dude.
I don't want to look away now.
So some of the drawing points of Big House 3 include 100 and how many people?
We have 100
Melee only.
We have 172 Melee entrants.
Woo!
Wait,
as
really?
compared to.
That's nuts.
So if you get 7, that's big
crazy.
money, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the biggest mid. What do you do?
No, I said if I got 7th, that's big money. But
You got 7th at
big
Zenith?
Scar, no, if I got 7th, it does. But Scar's been hyping me up a lot.
Yeah.
What did you get at Zenith?
7th.
Yeah.
What's up?
You got 7th?
How much money do we get for a 7th? Because I'm getting 7th too.
I got a check for $30 like 2 days later.
$30.
Don't spend it all in one
I
place,
got a
big
check
guy.
from Kristen DeSora.
I do know 7th place for Big House 2 was like $60.
Whew.
So
Joe Guy, generous tournament
If
organizer.
we-
As generous as you are wise.
If we go by the same percentage, last year had like 130, this year has 170. So it should be more than 60. It should be like 80, 90. I don't even. Sheridan, you do the math.
What?
Never
I wasn't
mind.
paying attention.
It's going to be more than 60 for seventh place. Let's say that.
Stick with
So-
it.
Well, that's fantastic.
And some of the big names that this tournament is drawn. What's the list right now?
Yeah. So we have three of the big four.
Is it the big four now? Is Armada officially off the list?
See, I always
For as
include-
long as he cares to be.
Yeah, that's my stance. If he wants to come back, then he'll be back, and it's gonna be the big five again. But I don't.
So everybody who knows about Melee, it's the top 5 players for a long time have been like the gods of Melee. Dude,
Yeah.
I'm totally stealing it from the Japanese gods of fighting games.
Yeah.
We have 5. We have 5 people who are way better than
They have
anybody
the
else.
5 gods too, right?
Yeah.
That's like Daigo, Mago, Tokido, Haitani,
Haitani.
and I don't remember who the 5th one is.
Does anybody speak Japanese here? I have a
Little bit.
question for. What does Itujon mean? Itujon. There's a guy who says that all the time when he announces stuff.
What is it?
I'm gonna have to play it for you.
What is it?
He announces everybody's name and then he goes Itujon, and he just yells it. And it's so hype. And then the crowd's like,
I don't know.
Japanese
That doesn't,
commentators are the best, man.
they're amazing.
We should get like Nuki to do commentary on one of these tournaments. Nobody
do
would
it.
understand a word he was saying,
But it would be
hype.
hype.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 of the 5 Melee gods, right? And that would be, okay, so the 3 who are here, Mewtwo King, Hungrybox, and Dr. PP. The
Yep.
2 who are not, Melee It On Me, Mango,
Indeed.
and retired UGS Armada.
UGS.
Uggs.
Respect.
Team Uggs. CT gobbled up 2 of the big 5.
Do the big spots, and then after that,
And then
I think
VG Boot Camp
VG Boot Camp, Dr. PP.
hired Dr. PP. Sponsored Dr. PP. We'll see if Dr. PP does any of those video boot camp combos at this tournament. Gimmer, you familiar with the video boot camp combo? I'm gonna tell the stream about it.
he's
Okay,
gonna turn us off.
Every time that, okay,
we're gonna go off.
hopefully you watch a lot of Melee. Otherwise, this is gonna be lost on you. But Dr. PP is a very by the book, very efficient Falco player. He does moves in such a way that he has everything mapped out. He's very scientific. He's very efficient. But every once in a while, he does something a little weird, right? He throws in
Yes.
a little element
Absolutely.
of style.
Yeah.
And more often than not, it goes horribly wrong. And so Mango dubbed that the VG Bootcamp combo, thinking that Gimmer told him that he has to do at least 3 every tournament. So, stream, watch out for video bootcamp combos from Dr. PP. Hopefully he prevails.
I'll be watching for him.
So we got those 3 guys.
We have those 3, and then the next 3,
NorCal's big 2.
I would say SFAT
Pew Fat.
and Pew Pew U and Hacks are probably definitively the consensus next, big 3 after that at
Next
this
month.
tournament. So I would look for those 6. I think are pretty much the favorites to take top 6.
yeah,
by
I think
far.
they're basically a lock for top 6.
Right.
And I think that makes, and I think there's kind of a noticeable drop off after that.
Yeah.
I mean, we've still got a lot of skilled people, but it's really the last 2 spots for money. Anybody could take it. And I think that's going to be really interesting to see who steps up there.
And that's my first question is, what is top 8 of this tournament going to be? I want to talk about it.
I think it's going to be those 6 that were just mentioned.
I want to know what order.
Oh my
Who
God.
wins this tournament?
It's so hard to say. I want to say Hungrybox is the favorite because he did so well at Zenith and Evo.
I agree.
And PP he's been in a slump. He's 2-6 versus the Big Four since.
I love that you know that.
2-6
2-6.
against the other Big Four since Apex 2013.
Beat Armada and then
beat
dropped
Armada,
off the map.
And he also beat Hungrybox in winners at Fall Classic.
Ooh.
Then he got 3-0'd in losers finals, so that's not a good look. So he's in a slump. So we're gonna kind of have to see. After Zenith, he got 4th. At Apex, he got 5th. In PP standards, I feel like that's slightly underperforming, but we'll see what he does here.
A year ago, he was top 3 in everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
No question.
Especially after Apex, getting 2nd. That was amazing. But
What do you guys think? I also think that Hungrybox is the front runner for this tournament.
I mean, if you're going by recent results, then you got to give it to Hungrybox. After that, I feel like Dr. PP or Mewtwo King could really easily be either one. And I don't know. I'm gonna say Hacks for 4th.
right.
Yeah.
I'm right with you there.
Yeah, because he's disgustingly good.
He's real good.
Disgustingly
He's
good.
real good. I would love to see Hacks versus PPU.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. I'm really looking forward to seeing
But I'm
that.
not sure that as amazing as PPU is, I'm not sure that he's ready for.
Well, Falcon Marth is the classic matchup.
It really
American
is.
matchup.
And
It's like the great American.
It is.
It's a great American matchup.
we haven't seen this matchup yet, right?
In a long time.
So this is I've been waiting for this for a long time.
I have too.
You know,
Well,
'cause-
it's like the best Marth at the matchup and the best Falcon at the matchup.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've played Aziz a lot in that matchup. He plays it. It's like TAS Falcon. Like you just get hit at 20%, and it's like, oh, where are you going?
just watch
But
Yeah.
if you play Marth right, it's the same thing. Either you get a grab, or you get that up tilt in.
You gotta
at
kill
low
him,
percent. Yeah, you gotta kill him.
You gotta kill him.
But
Kevin's pretty good at that. I'll tell you the
Kevin-
truth. He's got this run-off nair edge guard that is really good.
Yeah.
When Falcon gets hit with the second hit of the nair, and he's even with the stage, it's really hard to come back.
Yeah.
So he figured something out with how to kill
Yeah,
Falcon.
I'd love to see that. I'd like to see Kevin play Hungry Bucks as well. And,
oh yeah, definitely.
Kevin being PPU.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry. Should I just use player names or?
No, it's fine.
It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
We just use whatever, and we hope the audience doesn't understand.
Kevin Nanny is also our Dr. PP.
That's true.
Oh man! All right, now it's confusing.
Yeah, true. Pew Pew told me he wants to play Dr. PP at this tournament, so it'll be cool to see that too.
Yeah, because he did so well versus Silent Wolf at Apex. I don't know why that was the first thing that came. I don't know why that's the first thing that came to mind.
Wow.
But I guess I'm hating on my boy Kevin Toy. Sorry, Kevin. You're amazing.
Who did he lose to at Evo? He lost to Taj, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, lost to Taj and Levin.
Interesting.
All right, so let's go through what we know, because I want to figure out who's going to be top 8 before it happens.
Right.
What do you guys think about Mewtwo King versus Hungry Box?
think
When
it's
was the
a-
last
that's a
time
joke.
Mewtwo King took its
I think it's a
set?
90-10 matchup.
Actually, seriously, when's the last time you think Mewtwo King beat Hungry Box?
I
don't know if he's
I
done
think
it.
it was round 4 or round 3.
Rom 3.
Yeah.
You guys dig deep.
I'm sorry, no offense to Jason, but can we just have a collective eye roll for their sets since then? It's been Evo was embarrassing to watch.
Even the fans, dude.
Yeah,
just
that,
type in
that really hurt me.
type in at in chat to eye roll at Mewtwo King.
But
was-
I just really want him to win once.
We all do.
Yeah, we all do.
And our hearts get broken every time. What do you think? So Zosto said that it could go either way between Mewtwo King and PP. What do you guys think?
I have faith in PP. I think
I do too.
he
I do too.
has always done well against Mewtwo King, and the Dave Stupid rule modification at this tournament is in PP's favor there if they play a best of 5. Just saying, and they're close enough and good enough where that will matter. That could matter in their set. You talk about lower level players, DSR might not matter, but for those
Right.
guys, I think it's a testament to how good they are that the type of DSR that's on definitely affects how that set goes.
Yeah.
I think it's
So-
Mewtwo King's tournament. I think he's going to pull it out. I think Mewtwo King's going to win the first time that we're not doing Mewtwo King's stupid rule.
He's just gonna have no Johns and just
He's just going to
clear
win.
his mind.
Yeah.
I will say, if PP, if he's out of his slump, because I agree with you, I think he's been underperforming.
Right.
If he's over that, then I think he'll win the tournament for sure, no doubt in my mind.
He's
How long
still,
How long till we tell if he's out of it or not? I mean,
It
I've
just
watched
takes
He starts
one
getting
tournament.
dumpstered, then he's still in a slump.
Yeah. Because
But I mean, where in the bracket do we see that evidence?
semis.
Semis.
He will. I don't see him.
I mean, it depends on who he plays in quarters, though, because he could. I mean,
there are some good players at this
yeah.
tournament.
If
so
he runs into
Well, him underperforming is still probably top 3, top 4 at the tournament.
Yeah.
Right.
him
honestly.
third at this tournament would be underperforming in PP standards.
that's
I'm
true.
not even sure about that. But okay, back in the day, PP, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's why I think that it's not even an on paper kind of thing. It's we'll know when we see him play.
Right.
We got to feel it. I think we'll know in our hearts when PP's out of his slump.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
We forget he beat Armada at Evo, so he's got that.
but okay, when he played there, he had the fire, right?
yeah, and then
fire,
top 8, what
the
happens?
fire is too
He played so bad.
What happened top 8?
He played so bad.
got 4-0'd.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but I think that almost everybody played really poorly Evo top 8, right?
Except Mango.
Mango did
Except
it.
Mango.
He sure
Except
did it.
Mango and Wobbles, who just
yeah.
he kind of he capitalized on everybody else being more nervous than him. That's my feeling on it.
Yeah.
He did an amazing job. But yeah, I don't know if I can count that against him too much.
Sure.
But in winners, in winners bracket at Evo, PP was playing like PP plays.
Yeah.
That's part of being a good player, though. Like the
is.
thing you were saying about wobbles.
It is.
Being able to keep your composure.
For sure. And I think that there's different skill sets that make you be one of the best players in the world, right? And the Melee players are really, really good in front and playing in front of Melee crowds. And then, like, our Melee champions just couldn't keep it together in front of the fighting game crowd, right? Like a larger audience, I thought. Except for Mango.
That's an interesting look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a completely new level for all of them. I mean, all of our top players have great composure normally.
Yes. We got to mention something. We got a memory card.
Oh,
we got to talk to you about
documentary.
The documentary.
Oh my God! All right, we'll take a break from talking. But we're coming back to this topic. But we got a special announcement, which you probably have heard already. The Smash documentary, which has been in the making for 7.5 years, is finally coming to a conclusion, where it is not released all at once, but rather as episodes.
Yes.
Boom! I just blew your minds.
And
we don't know when it's going to be.
But don't we have a special sneak preview?
We're doing it live after the first one, which we are showing.
Okay.
Really? Oh, that's awesome. All right, so we're going to show you the first episode, and then after that, Samox is going to be a champion and release all of the rest on YouTube. So get ready to learn a ton about Smash history.
Yeah,
probably a bunch of stuff
wanted to know.
Do you know that for a fact? Do you know like what the contents of?
No, not exactly.
Okay.
He came to a tournament we had up near like MIT and interviewed some people.
Yeah, he's New England, isn't he? Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure, but that sounds right. But he seems, really dedicated. He seems like he wants to make a good documentary. So,
absolutely.
Yeah,
well, I know I'm going to learn a bunch of stuff. I mean, I'm new school. I'm 2007.
You're not that new school.
Mid school.
Yeah.
I'm in like I'm in middle school right now.
Yeah, you're one of the middle, old and new school people.
What are you?
I'm new school. I didn't play till Brawl came out.
Oh my God, you're a baby.
That sucks.
So you're old school, right?
Pretty old school.
Tell me your credentials. Give me your rap sheet.
Oh my God, that's
2005. 2005.
That was like back in the 1800s.
The Swiss tournaments.
Was that
that was back when Melee was still in black and white.
Yes.
Like those were the days, man.
Yeah.
Back when like Ken won every tournament and him and Shudat like colluded in grand finals, and it was super obvious.
No.
But we didn't know what the word collusion meant back then because we were all like 15.
Hashtag.
Yeah, that was a pretty wild time.
Those were good times. And Bach had those montages.
Yeah, his montages were godlike, man.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's also something I think we should start doing. Hashtag GDLK.
I mean, every Smasher loves "Don't Stop Me Now" because of the Bach montage.
Do you think that's why? I forget why I thought it.
No,
Oh yeah, no. It wasn't the montage, right? It was.
It was the husband combo.
Or was it?
I don't remember that. Husband combo?
It was the husband combo, dude. He. What was the most amazing part? It was he down aired a Peach on Mushroom Kingdom 2
but it was
grab.
It was really great because like he hit the down air at the exact same time with the fast fall. Like he got the fast fall immediately after the down air. It looks so fast.
I don't think I've seen this.
I've never seen like that down air.
Can we show this to the fans? Could you show the husband combo, Gimmer? Are you skilled enough as a? I'm going to show it on my phone. Go look up the husband combo on YouTube. It is, you'll never forget it. Anyway, that's the Smash documentary. It is coming. It's going to be amazing. Oh, sorry, Sophie. Can't pick up. But back to our top 3 and top 6.
Wait,
I want to keep talking about this.
I want to say, Zoso, when was GS2 your first?
I went to like tournaments in people's basements before that, but never. That was my first big like legitimate tournament.
Okay. My first tournament was TG6, which was the summer before that. Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, there were 5 tournaments before you started playing?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's ridiculous.
At least 5 tournaments.
That's back when like Reciferous was taking tournaments like TG1 and 2.
Yes. Yes.
Reciferous.
Never even heard that name.
This was it may have been the first time the Japanese came to America.
Right. I remember that being
CG6.
billed as the first truly international Melee tournament.
And Captain Jack blew everybody's minds by picking Dr. Mario.
Did he
in the grand finals?
Did he end up taking that? Or?
No, Asin won.
Okay, Asin, and that's the tournament Ken got 9th?
Yes. And after that tournament, he in his SIG on Smashboards put 9th best player in the world.
That's pretty hard on himself.
It's a very
Hey, speaking of Ken, did the Ken show start? Not yet. Yeah, who's surprised? What kind of show is that going to be? I'm going to tune into the first Ken show just to troll the chat.
He's been streaming pretty frequently, though, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm still the best Marth in the world.
Wait, did he say
I can just imagine him saying
He may as well have.
Yeah, he may as well have.
He may as well have. In our minds, he said that.
He
every
said
day.
that and more. Yeah, like when he wakes up in the mirror, or when he wakes up in the morning, he looks in the mirror. You still got this, Ken. Anyway, sorry, Ken. Okay, so Mewtwo King's gonna lose the Hungry Box. PP, you know, I agree with you, Zoso. If he's playing his game, I think that he'll take the tournament because he's looked unstoppable in the past versus Hungry Box, right?
Man, Dr. PP at pound 5, like, I've never seen anything like that.
Oh.
Yeah, he destroyed
And
everybody.
he makes
rewatched
Falcons look like
Yeah.
the matchup is not even like
I
not even
rewatched
worth
the
doing,
set
right?
versus Armada like every once in a while.
Yeah, and his set
I learned
against
something
Mewtwo
every
King, he
time.
just walked over Mewtwo King
Yeah.
at that tournament.
So I think that if he's playing his game, yeah, the other 5, you know, really viable contenders, I don't think they'll be able to play up
And
to
people
him.
forget that PP had a long winning streak against Hungry Box before this recent trend.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
won
Oh, yeah.
5
Oh, yeah.
or 6
Yeah.
straight before Zenith.
Yep.
And now he's lost 2 of the last 3. So I think we still need a little bit more of a sample size before we say that, you know, the tide has swung back in Hungry
sure.
Box's favor. I think it's still up in the air. It should be really good.
So that's the top 3. Can anybody of the other 3, like second tier players, can any of those upset the top 3 at this tournament?
I think so.
And what do you think the most likely that we'll see are?
Okay, so Hax has taken sets off Mewtwo King.
Yeah,
It
I can
doesn't
see that
happen
happening.
often, but pretty much we've been watching them play the same set. You know, like, because they come to New England tournaments, we go to tri-state tournaments.
Right.
We've been watching them play, like, the exact same set.
Over and over.
week after week after week for
Yeah.
months.
Yeah.
And Aziz has the ability to beat him, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
The thing I have with Hacks, though, is so he has beaten Mewtwo King. He's maybe like, what, 2-20 against Mewtwo King? Something like that.
Yeah.
Has he ever beaten PP or Hungry Box, ever?
No,
No, but he doesn't
he's
play
been
them
really
as
close to
much.
beating PP.
He's been really close, but he's just...
Evo.
I feel like... he was
Evo
one
was
stock
close,
away.
man.
He was one stock away at Evo.
But it's a rough matchup.
But
What was the set where he dropped an edge guard and simultaneously SD'd? Do you remember that?
No.
It was
Thank
like
God
the
I don't
saddest thing I've
remember
ever
it.
seen.
I feel like that might have been at Zenith against Shiz, if that's the
Yeah.
one you're talking about, or maybe at Evo.
I don't know.
This
It's
set
something
versus
really
Shiz is really
depressing
rough.
that I hope is never repeated.
How much have we seen Hacks versus Hungry Box, though? That doesn't seem to happen that much.
I don't think it does.
The last time it happened was at FC in August 2012, and I believe it was a 3-1, all Battlefield.
I think Hax hates
Huh?
it.
I would be surprised if he didn't hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a
I
solid
think-
3-1 by
I will
Hungry
say
Box.
I think Hungry Box is
Are you in here? Plan, please come
of the
to
top
the
3. I think he's
section.
the most impervious to upsets. I'll say that much.
Yep. Although last year, we just saw last year, Hungry Box, he went to Game 5 against Unknown.
And that's what I was just about.
Big
I was
House
just,
too.
literally just about to call out
Yeah.
SFAT versus Hungry Box. I could see it happening at this tournament.
What was the tournament where SVAT got super close? Was that Genesis 2?
Marty, are you in the room?
I want to say he got
Genesis
it
2
down
is when
to
Lovage beat him, right?
Game 3, last
Shout out
stop
to
against Hungry Box. I want to say Genesis 2.
I don't know. I don't remember that.
Wait,
Yeah.
what did Lovage do?
He beat Hungry Box at Genesis
Yes,
2.
in pools. It was in
Man,
pools.
Lovage back in his
Lovage
prime was like
pools.
legendary.
He beat Hungry Box in pools?
Yeah.
Nobody's ever heard of it.
Wow.
We're dropping some
Okay.
knowledge.
I
on
was
these
in that
guys.
pool. And then I beat
Lovage
Lovage.
And then you beat
monster.
Lovage.
But I think Lovage let me win. I think Lovage let me win.
Maybe.
Hashtag collusion.
Well, I think he thought I wasn't going to get out, but I was going to get out anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good guy Lovage.
He is a great guy.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess that's what I could see. I could see SFAT beating.
You know,
Being Hungry Box.
honestly, I think SVAT, he's definitely got the potential to make a run and break top 3. I think he could beat PP. I think he could beat Mewtwo King.
I could
I
see
really
him beating
do.
Mewtwo King.
I really think he could do
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mewtwo King's rough.
Yeah.
When you're not used to Mewtwo King, Mewtwo King makes people look really
I
bad.
agree.
Did
Yeah.
you see his and Mewtwo King set at Apex?
2013.
Yeah, Apex
Yeah, I
2013.
did see that.
The first game, it looked like Zach was going to roll
Yeah,
over him.
it looked like
and then
Zach was
Mewtwo
gonna
King
roll.
killed him.
Yeah, Mewtwo King actually
He like
switched,
stabbed him through the heart
switched from Sheik to Marth.
and left him on the ground to die.
interesting. Right. So we talk about
Yeah.
Zach having all this Marth practice with PPU, and
Yeah.
Mewtwo King goes Marth.
But, I really think every Marth plays different.
Right.
This is one of the things, like, more than any other character, I feel like when I play a Marth, I have to spend at least 2 stocks figuring out how he moves, what are his approaches and things like that. It's,
Did we just see Gimmer walk behind us in pajamas? Is that what just happened?
Yeah.
What kind of pajamas are you wearing, Gimmer? Like Mario pajamas. All right. Well,
Apparently, we have to start the documentary soon. So, what else do we want to talk about?
Well, I want to
talk
see
more about this.
I want to see who's going to get those last 2 money spots.
But okay, yes. Let's do that right after we talk about.
I know who I think are the.
I've got one that I definitely think is going to get it.
I don't know. I don't think we're thinking the same one.
Probably not.
I don't think we are.
All right, let me guess. Joe Guy is going to say. Sheridan's going to say Kells. Joe Guy's going to say Kage.
Is Kage here?
Yeah.
He's coming.
Okay.
Does that change your?
I don't know. Maybe.
You got it right.
No, I was going to say.
Why would you say
I think
Sheridan would choose Kells?
I think Vance has to be.
Yeah,
that was my
right.
other one.
Even if he's been out of practice, I think he's got to be a good pick for.
That was
top,
my other
yeah.
one. So you've got 7. Who's your 8th?
I was going to say Kells, but with Kage here, I don't know.
Where's the camera?
With Kage here, I don't know.
Wow.
Face close. Damn it. My guesses are Zoso and me.
Well, let's hope you don't run into Hanky Panky again.
Wow. Woo! You know, if it was Big House 2, you would have had to take a shot for saying that. We actually, after the Big House 2 tournament was over, we had a drinking game. We banned anybody from talking about Hanky Panky. You couldn't say his name or you have to take a shot.
And has Swedish Delight replaced Hanky Panky as that topic that
literally nobody has talked about it. You're the first person who's mentioned his name to me. I got force-talked by a guy, right? Like almost twice.
Oh, out of Zenith? Yeah, I remember that.
Nobody talked about it. They showed the GIF of me with the cloak, and that was it. That was like the end of the set as far as history was concerned.
That was the last time anybody saw Scar.
Yeah. Retreated back to the winter KF.
He's simply Bobby Scarduzzi right now.
Zoso, what do you think of the Kage Vans rounding out the top 8? Do you agree, disagree?
I will say Vans is a great player, and I think the thing about Vans is like he's one of the few players I think where he kind of seemed like he did everything he wanted to do, and then he like stopped for a while. Like I know that he had like rough sets against like Dark, the pup from Maine. Everybody I think knows Dark at this point.
Yeah.
And like Aziz,
he did really
could
well
never beat
in,
Aziz. He hates Captain Falcon. He could never beat Aziz, and then he beat him at a tournament.
Me too. Do you
Yeah.
remember back in the day, Vans used to be like, "Oh, Captain Falcon's broken."
Oh, I
he
remember
still
that.
says that.
Yeah,
He
I'll
says
never-
that to
Why?
me.
Captain Falcon
Yeah.
sucks.
He says that to me. He
No,
three
Captain
sucks me and
Falcon
then
doesn't
complains
suck.
about Falcon.
All right, Captain Falcon doesn't
Captain
suck.
Falcon's
He's
hard.
worse than Peach. That matchup's not that bad.
No, I think it's good for Falcon.
You think?
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, that's another a topic for another day.
But I also know that recently, like I haven't talked to Jaden that much, but he said like, you know, he like didn't play for a month or something. And it was the first time in so many years that he hasn't touched the game for a month. So it's hard for me to really see him coming back in like good form.
Yeah.
But he's a great player and he has the potential to get
Yeah,
it.
I mean we've got
he's got
we've
a full
got 2
day.
rounds of pools.
Yeah, he's got a full day of like 17 matches because we've got this pool schedule of like
this
pools of
first
8 or
rounds of
something.
pools. Oh my God, are you
17
8?
matches.
You're
Wait,
gonna
I not did
have
the math right.
He's correct.
Yeah.
Was I right?
Yeah.
I threw
But
a
it's
number
not
out
pools
there, I'll
of
tell you
8.
the truth.
It's not pools of 8. The first round of pools is either 10 or 11.
It is.
Which is actually twice as many total sets than a 8-man pools because the number of matches you have
Because
to
of
play
math.
scales as n squared.
Because of math.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm aware of that.
Yes.
And we
I
have
had a huge argument with Matt.Zeb about this at a Mass Madness. I will
Wait,
say.
can you summarize it for me?
Basically, I was
please
like,
tell me
I
you
was
were
like,
right and
Matt,
Matt was
use
wrong."
math. And
Yeah.
he was like, no. That's basically how it went. Yeah.
we gotta start soon.
It's
Let's
n
start it
plus
right now.
It's n times n plus 1/2.
Are we ready? Yeah, we'll talk about it afterwards. We're gonna.
We're not gonna be able to watch it.
What?
To sum it up, he wanted to do 4 pools of 9, and I wanted to do 9 pools of 4.
9 pools.
And he thought that it was the same.
Hold on a second.
And you told him
I
to
thought
use
it works
math.
out exactly the same.
I have a
Yeah, I
problem
told
with-
him, Matt, use math.
I have
And he
a
was
problem
like,
with 9
no.
pools though.
All right,
I
we're
don't know if
gonna
those
talk
are
about
the
we're
same.
gonna
Do something
sidebar
like that.
we're
8
gonna
pools
sidebar about
of-
the way that math
yeah.
works. In the meantime, please enjoy the first peek in the history of the universe of Sandbox's The Smash Brothers documentary, maybe featuring me.
Today, a friend of the producer is coming over to play Smash Brothers Melee.
How you doing?
Pretty good yourself?
Good.
He considers himself to be pretty good, having played the game for several years. What he doesn't know is he's about to play Korean DJ, one of the greatest Melee players of all time.
Oh! Whoops.
Each player has 4 lives or stocks, and must take all of his opponent's stocks to win. KDJ will lose 3 on purpose.
Oh, Fox is so awesome. Oh.
Dude, Fox
So
is
excited
good.
I'm playing this game again.
Now, he will try.
I want to introduce you to Korean DJ, who is one of the greatest Smash Brothers players of all time.
KDJ then invited the cameraman to fight.
What?
And then the producer.
Oh, there's gotta be enough of us here. Nice. Oh!
Oh my god!
How is it possible for someone to be so fast and so precise that even 3 opponents would be no match? This is about a game that was never designed to be played at a competitive level. And the people who discovered just how far the game could go.
Well, I'd never heard your name before, so go suck a dick.
Tons of people behind me just screaming.
He goes there ready to die. Best feeling ever.
But mostly, this is about the 7 greatest players who, in their time, ruled the world.
You want me to wrap up Smash like, as a whole?
Yeah.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
John Salty Snacks presents A Brief History of Smash. It was the turn of the century and everyone was bored. Bored, that is, until Masahiro Sakurai invented a brilliant new way to legally beat your children. Super Smash Bros. Melee for Nintendo GameCube. Since then, everything has been just hunky-dory.
When Smash Brothers Melee was released, it was intended to be a party game. Something your family could play together. Something designed for the casual gamer. The game was stocked with Nintendo characters most people would recognize. Donkey Kong, Mario, Bowser, and some few would recognize Captain Falcon, Sheik, Marth, Fox. The game itself was unique in a world of 2D fighters.
I liked that it was easy to pick up. Like Street Fighter, you had to know shit combos. This game, you could just play and have fun.
There's just a fluidity to it that normal 2D fighters don't have. Not to say 2D fighters are bad or anything. Disclaimer.
You know, other games, you got the charge moves, quarter circles.
Smash, you make up your own combos. It's, you know, it's all about the physics. It's almost like a sandbox fighting game.
of course, because I had fun, I then started taking it seriously. And it's like, shit, there are combos in this too. And it's actually a lot broader, I guess, than most fighting games, because it isn't just memorizing inputs. You have to think a lot more. Judge where people are going.
Everybody's like, it's going up. It's supposed to go the other way, and then they die. Yeah, it's confusing.
Oh, yeah, the percentage. It's not at all like any other fighting game.
When you get hit, or when things hit you, or like when you fall or whatever, your percentage goes up. And that means that the next time someone hits you, you'll go a little bit farther. And then when you go far enough that you leave the box that is the stage, because every stage is really a box, then you die.
There's a lot of strategy in just making sure people don't come back onto the stage once you knock them off. You can kill people at 0% or like 1% if you just play it really smart and trick them into doing something. Whereas other fighting games, you can't really have that small tactical advantage. Like, you have to kind of chip away at them constantly.
Out of 649 GameCube games, Melee was by a wide margin the most popular. But despite the insistence that it should be a casual experience, a few players saw it as much more than that, and they took it to another level.
Well, I mean, I first picked up the game when it came out, obviously. I was there waiting in line, and I guess it would have been Best Buy, and brought it back and played all the challenges, you know, one by one, event mode. Fell in love instantly. It was brilliant. It was even better than 64, which I also played all the time with my friends. It was fantastic, and I've been playing it for a couple of years when we found out about tournaments, that they hosted tournaments for the game.
Oh, he's the best.
I thought it was just it was a one-time thing. It was for fun. It was silly, and we went to Live or Die. It was our first tournament. It was a crap show. Honestly, it was crowded and it was smelly, and I did really poorly, and it was frustrating. But that was it. You know, it was just like turning on a light. We were just trash compared to these people, and that was very exciting for us. Once I realized where I was on the spectrum of this game, how far down I was, that the training started right away.
Welcome to Smash Brothers Training. Today you will learn the first advanced technique ever discovered.
Wave dashing.
Wave dashing. What the hell is a wave dash?
Wave dashing. This is Samus. Besides being a robot bounty hunter, she is also an accomplished dancer. By jumping and then quickly dodging into the ground, she can transfer her momentum into a slide, speeding up her combos and increasing her movement options. Despite this, she still cannot do the robot. That's all for now. See you next time.
Players learned how to use wave dashing and other advanced techniques to speed up the game to the point where it basically got ridiculous. Most people figure that we put in about 6 or 7 inputs per second, which is roughly about the same as professional StarCraft. It kind of broke the boundaries that people expected to see in Smash.
There aren't set combos, there aren't a list that somebody somewhere decided what you can do. You can do whatever you want to with your character. You compare it to sports, you compare it to basketball or football, where a person is in control of every movement of their body. And while the video game is just a series of zeros and ones, everybody looks different. I can watch a video of a Marth, I can tell you whether it's Ken or Neo or Azen. You can see the style in a person's character, and that to me is incredible.
You know, I've ran tournaments for MLG, I've ran Men Challenge, I've ran Tekken, I've ran Halo, I've ran Gears of War, Rainbow Six, Shadowrun, Smash Brothers Melee, Smash Brothers Brawl, so I've ran and been around a lot of high caliber games, and I've seen them all, and I think Melee is one of the deepest and most intricate games you can ever play competitively, which is crazy for a game made by Nintendo that wasn't supposed to be competitive with cartoon characters, but it just kind of was like a beautiful accident.
Although Melee has advanced considerably, for the first few years there were no guidelines. The first to uncover and master these techniques would instantly become the most dangerous player.
Did you just call him Chris?
Holy shit!
Coming.
No,
oh!
it's not Krishan.
It's not cool.
Come on, Azen.
Cool with a K?
We weren't really serious about it. I mean, we had fun with it, but the moment where it changed from like just casual play to competitive was when my brother met Azen at school. The biggest thing about him that I've gotten over now, which I guess is why I didn't start with it, but is just the fact that he's like freakishly good at video games. Like he just has this knack for being able to figure a game out and apply the best tactics immediately. This old school MMORPG called Growl. He was like top 2 ranked, he said, in the PvP servers of that worldwide. Pokemon Puzzle League, top scores in almost every mode. It was also just different genres. I mean, you got an MMO, you got a fighting game, and then you got a puzzle game, like, and he's just nailing like all 3 genres. We would just go to Fest and we'd be playing games for fun, and he's still like whooping our ass in them. Like, we're playing Mario Party over here, and he's just fucking like winning all the mini games. It's something, like I said, that I'm used to now, but it's still like, when I go back and think about it, it's like fucking incredible to think about. It seems like any game that he puts time into and cares about, he will get sick at. Crews weren't really like heavily established at the time. We were kind of one of the forerunners actually, because we wanted to show that as a group we had the most skill compared to any other group of players. Chu had joined our crew because we had met him at another tournament. He started coming to our fest, and that's pretty much what started like the whole crew rivalry aspect. Probably was the fact that we had this other group of players. And they were, you know, they also had like a name. They were very like established. We had seen their placements over tournaments.
At the time when Melee came out, this game called Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance came out. And we were just being silly about it. It's like, yo, we should just call ourselves Deadly Alliance. Everyone was the king of their town. Like Mike G, he was the king of Queens. Kamal, he's like the king of Brooklyn. And me and Jason, we was like the kings of Manhattan. And then we also met Killer R. He was the king of Harlem. There was this guy named Brandon. His name is B. He pretty much knew about H2IO. And then he's like, yo, these guys, they're real good and everything. And he was the pretty much person networking between, you know, both crews.
He's just like, yeah, they're all like 20-year-old dudes from like the Bronx. And we're like, wow. Like,
I was like, yo, forget this, man. We're gonna go over there. We're gonna destroy the whole crew.
We're just like these high school kids playing Smash Brothers. And like, these are like fucking 20-year-old like inner city people just like bringing out like hardcore trash talk. If I ever told people at school or anything about like, oh, I go to tournaments, and they're like, oh, that's lame. I'm like, oh yeah? Well, let me show you this motherfucker West that goes to these tournaments. He's a fucking badass.
We was talking smack to each other, you know. We actually meet, and the next thing you know, Azen, he was pretty much beating my whole team.
That whole night, Azen was like wrecking them, but they actually beat the rest of our crew for, you know, overall. And
it was funny. He was even beating Dave with like Pichu. Because he would do like gimmicks. Like just throwing you off the ledge and just gimping you. He would just do stuff like that to Dave, and Dave was like, oh, Azen's too good, I can't beat him, because that's how Dave is. Like, once a player is good and starts beating him, he starts like sucking their balls or whatever you want to call it. And the thing that Azen had over us at the time is because he knew about L canceling before us. So he was able to do moves like, you know, L cancel his moves to stop the delay on moves before us.
With his smart play and technical mastery, Azen had emerged as the best player on the East Coast. But across the country, a battle was brewing for best in the Golden State.
Tournament Go was one of the very first tournament series. It was really the first kind of national tournament series we ever had in our community. It was Matt Deasy who would just throw tournaments in his house, and you know, it'd be some setups on the middle floor, some setups on the bottom floor, and everyone would sleep there. Like, this guy would just house anyone that would fly in from anywhere or drive in from anywhere. He would give you a place to stay. They'd set up tents outside in his backyard, and it was like, I don't know, like Woodstock of gaming or something, where like all these people would show up and he'd be super friendly and open his house to them and house them for a weekend just to throw Smash tournaments. Vociferous, you know, was a guy who played Sheik back then and was just the strongest player. Like, he had won Tournament Go. It was the first couple of them. By default, he was, you know, considered the best player in the nation. I think we kind of had, not an arrogant community, but like we definitely knew we were really good at what we did. And the first story about Ken is like, you know, this guy like randomly posts that he won a GameStop tournament or some random tournament and he can't be beat in this game. And the thing about that, saying that, is everyone says that. Like, they beat their friends and they're unbelievable at this game and they will never lose. And I've seen it at so many tournaments, and these guys just get absolutely like crushed. Like, torn apart, like leave it with like, you know, tail between the legs. Like it was the same thing for Ken. Like some guy that wasn't part of our community was like, I'm really good at this game. There's no way you'll beat me.
I was just a small fish in a pond. I didn't know anything about the ocean yet. So Matt Deasy, you know, he saw that post and he actually contacted my brother on AM afterwards and wanted to do a money match. They thought it was going to be easy money, so $25 became $50, $50 became $100, and then eventually it became the $200 money match off the bat. To tell you the honest truth, I didn't even have the money at the time, and I still money matched him. He actually drove down like 6-7 hours, NorCal to SoCal. I played Vociferous first. He was like doing all these advanced techniques like wave dash, catching items on air. I was like, how did you do that? I just had to rely on my instincts to take me through. I ended up beating Vociferous. Matt Deasy and Vociferous' face it was priceless. It was a funny thing because Matt Deasy's like, oh, okay, I guess I'm next. Matt Deasy would pick Corneria and then run to the one side of the ship and just constantly spam lasers at me, and I couldn't hit him. Every single time I'd approach him, he'd run to the other side and shoot more lasers at me. I realized like I had to adapt to that. So I found out that once I grabbed Matt Deasy, he wasn't able to run. So once I grabbed him, I was able to hit him. I asked him, I'm like, I beat you guys. Aren't you guys the best? I beat you guys. Does it not make me the best now? And Matt Deasy said, no. Just because you beat us in a money match doesn't make you the best. You have to win TG4. I host TG4. You have to win that. That's what makes you the best. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll have to go to TG4 and win that. I don't know about underground tournaments. You know, I thought it would be like EVO where they hosted it like, you know, at an auditorium or something where there's like stages and whatnot. But it was hosted at Matt Deasy's house. Like I saw all these smashers. He was housing like most of them. So they were like, I saw him sleep on the ground. And I was like walking in there. I'm like trying to avoid smashers. They've heard of me. Like Matt Deasy and Vociferous were telling people about me, like how, you know, how I was. So they wanted to see it. I tore through the whole entire tournament. After people saw my skill, a lot of people actually dropped out of the tournament. The hype was like almost gone. It was like the last match of the day. It was me versus Vociferous. I ended up beating him. My parents really never supported me playing video games, especially at a competitive level. They would always tell me like, there's no way you're gonna be the best at this game. You know, there's always gonna be someone better than you. I'm one of those guys who want to prove people wrong. If you tell me I can't do that, I want to show you that I can do it. So when I came home from TG4 and I showed them a lot of cash, they're like, oh, that's beginner's luck. That's beginners. There's no way you can win another tournament.
Ken emerged from TG4 as the undisputed champion of the West, so it seemed that Ken and Azen were set on a collision course, with only a matter of time before they faced one another in the ultimate showdown.
What's a John?
Today's winner is Dr. Peepee. Come on.
It was very ugly, but he won, and he won a lot.
Ridiculous things would constantly happen.
You can watch it and just see the level of like mind games going on.
We owned it.
We scared of the Japs.
We wanted revenge.
I figured I'm definitely not playing a novice right here.
I've been playing for 10 years and I still can't nail that.
Famous triangle wave dash. He doesn't go straight. He goes
yeah, I go up and down. That's why people, I think, get so tight if I beat them. Yeah, this kid can't even wave that.
Hello, hey guys, Gamer back on the mic. We're about to start the show some more. Show's about to start again, but before then, make sure and go to subscribe to youtube.com/EastPointPictures. That is youtube.com/EastPointPictures. He's about to upload the rest of the episodes. You can watch them there. Make sure also to follow Melee It On Me. This is all the other shows showing on our stream tonight. If you want to see more of this show, you want to follow them. So www.twitch.tv/Melee It On Me. Yo, mods, you can post links, so make sure to link this stuff. Also, right now, there is a Reddit thread on our gaming where he is posting everything. Here it is right here. All right, so here's the Reddit thread. Make sure and go to that. So, yeah, they do it. All right, thanks, guys. All right, so we're about to get back to the actual show because I want to continue talking about tomorrow's event. What's up with it?
Wow, what an amazing first few minutes of the Smash documentary.
Incredible.
You should definitely
I'm excited to see the
check
rest.
out the rest of it on YouTube. So we're back. You know,
we're back.
That documentary.
That documentary.
That doc.
We didn't see it. That's why we're that's why we're just kind of saying that it was great. So we're gonna talk about the big house more?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Where were we at?
We're here.
We were talking about
Zoso just destroyed SBAT, so
I watched Zoso.
No, we played a couple of friendlies.
Changing my prediction.
I beat him in 2. He beat me. He like 3-stocked me once. But
so you were going Marth. I heard from some people that
Zoso's
you
a Marth player
were in
now.
a character like.
I was in a character crisis, and I
for
was
what,
asking
like for 4 years. You were in a character crisis.
something like that. I
You went
remember I
from
played Falcon originally. I'm like an OG Falcon player.
Yes.
And then I started playing Marth because I was tired of losing to Spaceys.
Yes.
And then I started playing Fox because I was tired of losing to Sheik, I think. And then Falcon just kind of got phased out, as often happens.
You can't have Falcon and Sheik.
And then I started playing Fox, Falco, Marth, and Sheik, and like some Peach, and I started playing Falcon again. But like, I don't know, I was asking people, like, you know, close friends from New England, like who I should play. Everybody was like, your Marth is too good not to play, man. So, but one of the reasons why I started to move away from Marth again is because Aziz absolutely dumpstered me for like hours straight the last couple of times I played him.
Yeah, don't take that the wrong way.
Just watching those videos, I can feel the pain.
Oh yeah, like you just die. If you're off stage, you're dead.
Like
if you get hit, you're dead. You get grabbed, you're dead. If you're recovering, what he does, that's amazing. Like if you
talking about the backflip ledge hop thing.
Yeah, where if you forward B, he'll react and refresh his ledge invincibility.
I started doing that. It's amazing.
Yeah, and he completely just takes away all your options like systematically. He just
Wait,
reacts.
tell me about it.
Bobby, do you know about this?
No, don't tell Scar, because I might have to play him. No,
Wow,
what you do is
like, I'm gonna
basically,
beat
like
you
if Martha's in a
at this
situation
point.
where he has to up B,
Yeah.
normally they'll try to like use forward B to mess with your timing. But what he does is if he sees you forward B, he'll just reactively refresh his ledge invincibility.
And then what? How does that
And
change
then when
anything?
you up B, if you're on the stage, he just ledge hops and kills you. Ledge hop to death.
The thing with
Yeah.
his ledge hop that refreshes the invisibility is he does this backflip ledge hop. So
Yeah,
if
yeah, I
Marth
see him do
up
that.
B's inside of that, Falcon can still just catch it right.
Yeah,
before
that's the
Marth.
other thing. Jumping behind Marth really destroys his recovery.
So it's basically refreshing invincibility without the threat of.
You know, I
getting
used to
up
do
B.
that.
I'm gonna go
I
Sheik against
think,
you though.
you know, is that
So
really
good.
That's a
is that
horrible
really
idea.
new technology
Yeah.
though?
See,
I used to do that.
Hacks is the
I
first
feel like the
person
game
I've
is
seen
like
do
what you
that.
try to do is you want to run out Falcon's invincibility while you still have the chance to up B. Then he has to take a guess. You know, he either has to roll early or hold on to it or refresh.
Every once in a while, he'll mess up and let me live. But for the most part, if he puts me in a situation where I can die, he'll kill me every time.
And that's the thing about hacks, right? He takes things that we all know and he systematizes them in such a way that, like, you know, his approach to it kind of he has a lot of the edge cases figured out. So you need to be really creative to not fall into his trap. That's something that I think that he's amazing at.
I think it's more just a matter of trying to play as perfectly as he does, to be honest.
Okay, so he's so precise that he can do
okay,
things.
the thing is, like, his off-stage combos, like, if he grabs you at the edge, if you're above, like, 20 or 30%, you can DI. If you DI the throwaway, you can do whatever you want. You're eating 2 up airs.
Yes. Yeah.
No matter what
Up
you do,
air,
no matter
up
which
air.
way you DI. Yeah. No matter what you do, you're eating 2 up
I
airs and
think
you're dead.
DIing up probably is the best way. Just
Yeah,
eat the
just
2 up
DI into the
airs,
stage.
You'll eat the 2 up airs, but you'll be high.
Yeah, you gotta like do whatever you can to not die.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. He makes you play so honest. You know.
Oh, melee.
I mean, that's what I've always like tried to do against Falcon is you DI out until the last hit because that way you take 1 fewer hits. That's all you can really hope
Well,
for.
I remember what Scar said is now Falcons are good enough that if you DI away, you're further off the stage when you get need and you still die. So I don't know, man. It's rough.
But if you don't, then you eat another up air before you're at the same point.
Yeah, it's really terrible.
Yeah.
You gotta have that in between DI maybe.
I don't know.
At that level, I think Falcon wins. So I like if QPU manages to outplay it, I'll be extremely impressed.
I think it's
'Cause
just
he's an excellent
yeah.
player, but I would love to see him do that.
I think it's just Marth has to do. I mean, he's got the same kind of, death sequences. I don't want to say combos, but sequences against Falcon that Falcon does. But he has all of his take so many more steps to really execute and get the kill off.
Easy steps.
Yeah, right. Marth's easy. That's why I play Marth. I'm just like, ooh.
Well, I'm thinking about Marth versus Falcon specifically.
Marth just like gets out of bed in the morning, forward tilts.
Dude, I remember.
Falcon. Yeah.
This is like a longer story than the point justifies, but like at what was the tournament in Seattle that we went to? Northwest Manifest, when Toph ended my career.
Yeah.
I remember in the car, and I don't know if any of you guys watch the Red Letter Media stuff. I know me and Sheridan can laugh about it. Diakonos, a Marth main from Canada, I was like talking to him about the Falcon Marth matchup, and a lot of people have a lot of crazy ideas about that matchup. Like you'll hear the gamut of people thinking that Falcon it's a 90-10.
It's the most disputed matchup.
It's the Great American matchup. And that's why we say
I
it.
think Brandon Waffles thinks it's like 65-35 Marth or something, or the opposite way around.
I think it's 55 Marth.
Okay,
but I could hear the argument that like at the top levels, it's like really even. I can see that being the case. Anyway. I remember Diakonos was saying something about like, oh yeah, every option, like Marth doesn't have any options when Falcon's above him, and I was like, I started doing the Red Letter Media thing where I was like, yeah, he's got up tilt and up air, forward smash, forward tilt,
Forward air,
he could
forward
neutral
tilt.
air.
He could even wave dash back if he doesn't like what he sees.
You guys do that voice really well.
He could grab. Marth could do so much, and it's also. So anyway.
I think it's just because Falcon's down air has like a really narrow, long hitbox, so it can trade with Marth a lot.
Yeah.
But that's not like something
And
to base your gameplay
He
around.
like curls up into a little ball before he actually sticks the legs out.
I think whoever
hate
jumps
it.
first in the matchup is at a huge disadvantage. Huge disadvantage. Whoever commits first.
All right.
For the most part.
That sounds about right because I always jump first, and I always
Yeah.
feel like Marth has an advantage.
Yeah, because as soon as you jump, you know where they know where you're going for that next, half a second. They use that opportunity to get their dash dance in the right place.
Well, and then they're under you, and both characters suck when they're above. It's true.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Marth vs. Falcon. Lots of Marth vs. Falcon on this show, I think.
Well, I love Marth vs. Falcon. I think everybody does. So hopefully we see plenty of that on stream. Are we going to see some of that on stream?
I gotta say, even when I'm getting like absolutely bodied by Aziz, I have fun.
It's definitely a fun
I'll be
match.
sitting there playing better than I've ever played in my life, and he's still 3-stocking me, and I just have a big smile on my face. Like, that was so dope.
It's
I
fun
just got
though.
bodied so hard. But
I
it
always
was
feel
awesome.
like when I play that matchup, I learn something.
Yeah.
You play that matchup?
I play Marth. I play a lot of Marth against Daryl's Falcon.
That's really funny.
It's a fun matchup.
That's really
we have
fun.
fun with that.
Because you guys just can't stand to play your mains against each other, I would think.
No, I actually like to play against Samus. I think there's no reason. Pretty much, Puff should never lose to Samus, in my opinion.
Agree.
So I use that opportunity when I play him just to refine all that stuff because I want to. That's like one of those matchups I want to have down.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So we got pools starting bright and early tomorrow morning at 11 a.m.
The 10
Let's
and
talk about-
11 man pools.
It's gonna be
We're
wild.
doing it.
It's gonna be crazy.
Have you
Let's
seen
talk about
the FC style pool sheets that we have? Got an order of play and everything.
Oh, fantastic!
Do you even know about the FC style pool sheets?
I don't.
I've been to FC3
I
and
know,
6.
but I didn't know if they had.
They did.
The pool sheets
Yes,
back then.
I guess they did have. Yeah.
But I will also say that it was rare that it was followed to the detail.
Yeah, and it
it doesn't really need to be if you have a pool captain that knows
It
what
doesn't
they're
completely need to
doing.
be, but it makes organizing stream matchups when there's blocks super easy.
True.
Yeah.
But I mean, you also have to count on the person who's running the pool to do it. in that
Yes.
order.
Which hopefully I've trained my staff to do. I think
We'll
I
see.
have.
Nobody does it like Jungle Guy does it.
I think I have.
All right.
We'll see.
Yeah.
You're gonna be the final judge.
Let's talk about. We talked a lot about what people are going to be seeing on stage. What are they going to hear? What's the commentary lineup looking like?
So we got this man over here, MIOM Scar, Bobby Scarduzio, to my left.
I will be talking into the microphone.
We have Toph coming in later tonight, who's going to be here all weekend. And
I talks too much.
I really like you guys as the A team.
You gotta tell him, stop talking so much.
Remember
Let me talk sometimes.
Was it NCR your first
that was
time commentating with him?
I told
he cut
him
you
about
off
that.
like
I told him that Gimmer, go back to the other view, right? Like we were talking. See, when you look at those guys. Okay, well, basically what I'm about to say is that if the camera was looking at me at the beginning of that tournament, it would have been really bad. So I was looking at him like,
you're like, dude, let me talk, bro.
You guys are about to throw hands? Throw hands on
shut
camera?
up, right? Because I was in the middle of, I get all excited. You guys know what I look like when I start moving, I start shooting my hands, and then yeah. No, let me finish.
Yeah, but you guys have gotten so much better. The Evo commentary was some of the best stuff.
You think so?
I think so, yeah. Absolutely. So
Speaking of, what about the legends that we have here, though, by the way?
We have some legends here.
We have some blasts from the past.
We have some blasts from the past, and this is player, commentators, TOs, everything. We have Wife, who's going to be in the building.
Oh, my God.
I was so surprised. When I saw his name
show up on the Reddit. Oh, my God,
in my
so
email,
funny.
Wife registered. I was like, what? Then I talked to Nintendo. I was like, is that the Wife? He's like, absolutely. I was like, all right.
You talked to who?
Nintendo dude. Apparently they're
you said Nintendo. I was like, what?
I heard Nintendo also.
Nintendo dude.
All right.
Because they carpooled.
Moving on.
Court is going to be in the house. How
Oh
crazy
my
is that?
God.
Rasaru
I actually saw him and I was
Court. He's like
big double
right
take.
over. I saw him just 2 minutes ago, right before we came back on.
Can we talk about Court? Can I talk about Court?
Let's talk about Court.
Court's my hero.
If you guys don't know who Court is, he's
okay, so he's a really old school. He started as a one-player modes player. I think he might have still the fourth or fifth lowest total overall for break the targets.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, because he's if you watch him play Stadium, he knows a lot of really funny strategies. Last week I was hanging out with our mutual friend in Connecticut, Pro Skater, and Pro Skater Joe. He told me Court is
Can I
coming
stop
over.
you for 1 second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Pro Skater is the worst tag I've ever heard.
There's a story behind it. There's a story behind it that I'll get to in a second.
What about Marth
There's a
Falco,
story behind
bro?
it that I'll get to in a
Is
second.
there someone named Marth Falco, bro?
That's Connor, man.
Connor the Kid?
Yeah.
That's the worst tag ever. That's probably
worse than Pro Skater, honestly.
Pro Skater's real bad, but
okay. So he told me Court is coming over. He wants to play Melee, and I was like, that hasn't happened since before Brawl came out. So I don't know what to think, but like he's here. He's like responsible for making me good at the game because I would not be the player I am without him.
Wow.
Because I used to just play him and just get junked like over and over.
Now, have you played him since that period of time? Like how did it go?
Oh yeah, we play. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I probably win the majority now, but we've played each other so much. It's like one of those things.
Right.
But he also he's not as serious about the game. If you ask him, he's only here to hang out with Shaden. Because Shaden speedruns Ocarina of Time. He has several world records from what I understand. So he's here to hang out with Shaden.
I didn't know they knew each other.
Me and Court are teaming.
Oh my God!
Our unofficial team name is Falcon is the best character in the game. If you guys haven't seen that video, go watch it right now.
Yeah.
Me and Court made that. Yeah, we made that video in like 5 hours one night.
I was waiting for you to bring up Falcon Dittos with Court because Court actually is the inventor of the Sacred Combo. If you know the
I was there that night. We were there. We played until like 6 in the morning, and then I remember the Falcon Punch landed, and we saw the 2 on the screen, and we like lost it. We lost it, and like within 15 minutes, he had it like compiled. He put it on YouTube, and he sent the video to Video Gamer. He's like, "Did you see the 2? Did you see the 2?
See it?
Like we couldn't believe it.
It comboed.
Yeah, it comboed.
The Sacred Combo, by the way, is a knee to Falcon Punch deck.
At 69%. And if you DI perfectly, it combos.
You
That's
have to
69%.
DI
It's a real thing.
Really
It's unbelievable.
poorly, I guess.
Yeah.
Sacred Combo. That's Rasteru.
I mean, Court is a legend. You know, he's. I think of the like really old school players we have, I think he made the biggest dent as like a top player because he was absolutely one of the best in the country during his peak.
Yes.
Well, he was also PC's teams partner.
Yeah.
That was in
they won many tournaments
they
together.
Were really dominant.
As recent as ROM 1, I think, didn't he still get like top 8 at ROM 1?
He beat
me
at ROM 1.
Probably.
Yeah, he beat Zoo at that one, I know that. And Zoo got, I think, 13th, so he
Zoo is so good.
Yeah, Zoo was already really good. So.
Have you played Zoo recently?
Not recently, but like I feel like Zoo is. I always want him to beat everybody because I feel like he has the potential to beat almost anybody in the world. Honestly.
I feel like you would have a great time playing Zoo for similar reasons that it's fun to play Hacks.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like Zoo is the Hacks of Falco.
I would actually really love to see Zoo play Hacks because.
I mean, it's happened a million times.
Well, but I mean,
really?
Yeah.
Who wins?
Zoo's up like 3-1 or something like that.
Yeah, because Zoo plays Jeff somewhat frequently in NorCal, and Zoo's probably won like the last 10 or 15.
Does Jeff still play?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's at Evo.
Oh, Scar.
Yeah. And
Jeff is a shadow of his former self, and he's happy. I think he's okay with that.
He did. I mean, he's done pretty well recently. He's number 6 on our rankings
still,
right now. He's still good.
What am I?
8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10.
That's gotta hurt.
I don't know. I mean, I think that Jeff has a power hidden inside him that's far greater than anything that I've accomplished, aside from the fact that Dark Rain told
That's a good way to put it.
I was the best Falcon at one point.
Dark Rain. We were talking about Dark Rain earlier. I want to see if the stream agrees. I think it's really funny that Dark Rain plays literally no different than he played 6 or 7 years ago. And he still beats ridiculously good players.
Joe guy's going to be he should be the efficient. What do you say to that? Did you know the most about Dark Rain?
I don't know if he plays the exact same. And he doesn't really follow the scene that much either, but he seems to adapt to the current metagame. So I feel like he has this Falcon subconscious that you've alluded to. Where you know how you get out of some combos with just Falcon kick right?
Yep.
And you're like, Dark Rain stole that from me. Ask him if he did. I asked him.
He said he did.
No, he was like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's like connected to the Falcon like collective conscious.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the hive mind.
There's a Falcon like a cloud.
Yeah.
And he's connected to it.
All right, this is just going to be purely for my benefit. Everybody needs to endure it. That's mine, right? No one did that before me, right?
I don't know.
Falcon kick to hover in the air.
It's the first time
I've used it on people. I don't know if I saw you do it first. Okay.
But yeah, I saw Dark Rain doing that like a year ago, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. And then I was like, yeah, good word, Dark Rain.
Right.
Taking notes from all.
Yeah, and
Uncle Scar.
when people started drop zoning, he started drop zoning.
Yeah, that surprised me though. I never thought that he would drop zone. Just like it doesn't feel like a Dark Rain.
Yep. When people
Dark Rain
it kills you.
Dark Rain will jump off
Rain
and down air till the end of time.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
And then at Evo, he shows up. He hasn't been to a tournament that anybody knows of in like 2 years. He beats Bladewise. He demolishes Fiction. Fiction's really good.
Yeah.
He's a great player.
Yeah,
He's
he
a great guy, but he demolished
Wait,
Fiction.
whoa. He lost to Fiction.
No, wait, really?
Yeah.
Are you positive?
Yes.
Because I thought I watched that set and I remember Dark Rain. I don't know.
I am
Maybe I'm an idiot,
99% sure Fiction won.
Okay,
but the
yeah,
brackets on the EVO website had it wrong.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do know that. That was
Oh,
really sad.
wow,
He
yeah,
lost to
'cause-
Okami and Fiction, two SoCal players. That was
And then
really,
he beat Bladewise, right?
He did
Or
beat
at some
Bladewise.
point in there. Yeah, okay, no, that's my bad then. Yeah.
Zoso spreading misinformation.
Sorry.
No, that was confusing.
I was so ready to believe it too.
It says
Yeah,
Dark Rain
I
over
wanted to
Fiction on the
believe
EVO website as of right now. So.
Yeah, and I could have sworn I watched the set and I remember Dark Rain kind of junking
Maybe
it,
that was
but-
just Dark Rain versus Sarouche.
Maybe you watched
Maybe it
one
was
stop.
mislabeled. There's actually Dark Rain
Extrapolated.
versus,
Sarouche
I don't know, my
kicking
Fox or
himself.
something, yeah.
I went out to
himself in
eat
the back
with
of the
some of the
head.
SoCal guys, and after the tournament, they were talking about how Fiction beat Dark Rain, and I was like,
That's impressive, though.
It is, yeah. I mean,
Fiction has been
Fiction's
impressing
good.
the hell out of me.
He's
yeah.
really good, so it's not a bad loss at all by Dark Rain.
Yeah.
I just want to see him go a little farther.
And then
We all did.
Sarouche beefed the edge guard.
Is that still your favorite commentary?
Like Squid from Rocket Power.
We're slick these days.
He totally beefed
Okay,
it.
no, I just want to apologize to Fiction because he seems like a good guy, and I don't want people to think that I'm slandering him or something.
Get destroyed,
so I'm sorry
Fiction.
about that. Yeah.
Zoso will beat you any day. Best,
No,
best,
no,
best
I
five
played
money
him
match,
at EVO,
bro.
and he definitely junked me.
No, man, not today though. Not after the level up. Where's Slick?
I don't know what he's up to.
Is he still alive?
The last tournament he went to was like 09, 2010.
Dude, back in the day, I think most people know that I don't love Jigglypuff. Just put it.
I
put it
seem
like
to
that.
remember that being the case.
And
have a
Slick's a
recollection.
Jigglypuff player, so like I always had a bad taste in my mouth whenever I like played against him, or like whenever he was like, I don't know, I used to get mad at him, and then after he stopped playing, like I could look back objectively without the Jigglypuff hatred, and I was like, man, I miss Slick.
He was pretty funny.
I wish he would be around.
Well, I'm really glad that, even with my present Jigglypuff playing,
It doesn't
that
affect
you're
me.
able to see through that.
Yeah, I grew up
to my
since
real
2009.
self. You definitely have.
People remind me, once every 2 months.
Oh,
hey,
man.
You remember that commentary of Rom? Oh, I forgot actually. Did I commentate at Rom? Turns out I did.
I'm sure I've mentioned it before, but like when you moved to NorCal, I was so ready to hate you.
Yeah.
I was so ready to make you the
A lot
villain
of NorCal
of
people tell me that, and they're like, "Mom, but I couldn't hate him.
We ended up having a
I couldn't."
It's just that NorCal state of mind, man.
NorCal
It's a place to
hospitality.
be.
So anyway, that's about it for the Big House 3, yeah? And, I think that's a pretty good stop point. The fans got to see that monumental 20-minute documentary.
Indeed.
Which I have to watch now.
As do all of us.
And, we talked about the tournament for a while. Any other special mentions? Any other players that are here who we should bring up? Anything else like that?
Well,
nobody else is important.
Scar? Yeah, I mean, he's a bit of a celebrity. Yeah.
Prince Abu is here.
We're not talking about Prince Abu.
Okay, what's the deal with... Never mind.
Prince
Never
Abu
mind.
is
I don't
just a
want
big
to know.
troll. He knows it.
Big troll.
It's no
Okay.
news to him if he hears us say
I'm
he's a
playing
big
him in
troll.
pools.
Gives Michigan a bad name.
We've got a pretty good money match going on. Toph and Kalamazoo.
We get a lot of
We have
side
a money
bets.
match?
We got a lot of side bets.
Whoa,
on that.
whoa! Tell me about these.
Who you got, Sheridan? Of course you got Toph.
I got my man.
I can't bet. So honestly, I kind of would give it to Toph, but I can't bet against Kalamazoo. So I can't do it.
What you gonna do, Kalamazoo?
Can't. I just heard a Game & Watch.
I did. I heard that too.
That's so weird.
Yeah,
I love
very
it.
clearly, too.
That was definitely Gimmer's ringtone.
Yeah, it must have been.
What are we doing if Hacks and PPU don't play?
It's gonna be
Hacks
sad
and what?
times. Sad.
If
Yeah.
they don't play,
Hacks and PPU?
We're gonna have
I
to
think
wait.
we should see if they want to do an exhibition.
that's the answer that I was looking
Okay.
for.
Yeah.
Gimmer's getting all excited. You're welcome for the idea, Gimmer. He's doing a little dance. I wish we had a Gimmer cam.
Gimmer
He
has
would show
had
you guys anyway.
several moments caught on camera that are quite suspect. Let's put it that way. Maybe he's intentionally getting caught on camera. I don't know.
Alrighty. Yeah,
Well,
that's all I have. We can look at
Yeah. And Scar and I are teaming, and I think we're gonna dumpster.
We're really gonna do
and
well.
trunch a lot of people. We're gonna just
We're coming
In that
at it.
order?
Come at it. Yeah,
And then, like, I mean, never mind.
Well, I think as you get further into the bracket, like your ability to absolutely trunch somebody decreases. So we'll probably start with some trunching.
Yes.
Then,
Is that new, by the way, trunch?
Actually, no. Yes. Well, it's new probably to the rest of the Smash community, but I started saying it in like 2006 or 2007 because I actually got it from Madden 2005. There's a place where John Madden's commentary sounds like he says trunch.
That's great.
And I thought it was a great word, so I just took it.
What's the hierarchy? So trunched is at the top. And then I think dumpstered belongs somewhere up there.
Yeah.
I think dumpstered is at the top. Like, what's worse than
I think dumpstered is probably the worst.
Dumpstered is amazing.
Have we talked about this on stream before?
Yeah. I don't think so.
I don't know, because I remember laughing about it a lot. Like, dumpstered gives you just like a beautiful visual image of like somebody throwing you into a dumpster. And
or dropping a dumpster on you.
But then the door from the dumpster just closes behind you.
No, like,
that's
you throw them, they hit the lid, it bounces into the lid.
That's dumpster.
You don't throw them into the dumpster, you throw the dumpster on them. You know, some people do that. That's a whole different level of dumpster.
And then junked, I think that's self-explanatory. Spanked is like the lowest level.
What about
like,
bodied?
Bodied.
Body bagged.
Body bag.
Do body bags and body deserve separate consideration?
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Full got body bag.
I'm gonna have to. I'm constantly adding these to my subconscious Smash vocabulary.
Yeah.
How about scraped?
Scraped? That's an old one. Yeah.
I like it, though. I think
it's still
needs to
good
make a
though.
comeback.
I didn't know if I was alive.
Oh, we got PGH Carroll in the house.
Scraped isn't as fun to say.
God. So, for those of you who don't know, Pittsburgh always has car troubles to every tournament, and it happened again. Lo and behold, Taki's car broke down. I have no idea how Carroll's
Taki
here right now.
Busuzima's here?
He's not because his car.
Dude, he's somehow coming.
Somehow
he's making it.
I thought it was R.I.P. Taki.
What is his real last
name?
name? So, Taki Buzama? Is that it?
Dude, old school Taki from the 70s. You guys remember?
Yeah, I know old school Taki.
Well,
all right. What a show. What a turn. This is just the best part about this show is that this is just the beginning.
We haven't even
started this wonderful
And how many
tournament.
subs do we have? We probably have 30 setups right now.
Amazing.
It's looking,
Joe
it's
Guy,
looking dynamite.
you were a genius. Whatever you read tomorrow morning, can you please read it on stream, by the way?
I'm still waiting to see how these.
We should probably take a
11-man
second so
pools go.
Sheridan can talk about Dave's stupid rule again.
Wait. Before that happens, can you explain Pro Skater's tag to me?
Give
Pro
it to
Skater is formerly one of the best Tony Hawk Underground players in the world. So, like, think about like the guys who discovered all the advanced techniques in Melee. It's like that, but there's like hundreds more of them in Tony Hawk Underground. Like, if we could get him playing on stream, I think people would get hype about that.
Okay,
because I've watched him play
Tony Hawk Pro Skater Underground.
But like when you go online in Tony Hawk Underground, your default tag is Pro Skater. So what they would do is if somebody came into their game called Pro Skater, they would start a trick and they would go off on like a huge vert. They would go way up in the air. They would go into the menu while they're in the air and ban the guy and then continue the trick. That's like the ultimate styling on somebody in Tony Hawk.
That's pretty hype. Maybe we'll get him on Melee on Me one day.
Yeah, maybe.
I called dibs, Gimmer. You heard? Shout outs to Gimmer. Shout outs to VG Bootcamp. I'm sure that you're watching us from that Twitch channel, so go on ahead and click the follow button. If you can afford $5 a month, we would love to have you subscribers. You get some sweet emoticons. I can say the same for Melee and On Me.
Perhaps even some stickers.
Perhaps some stickers. Wait, from us?
From us, yes.
We have stickers. Gimmer doesn't have any stickers. Gimmer's just frowning at you guys. If you want more of the Melee and On Me crew, that's me, this guy, and then that other guy who keeps talking about this guy.
This other guy.
Zoso is the
What's
homie.
up?
Got caught texting on stream.
Hey,
Sorry,
what
man.
up?
Got caught.
Oh my god.
Oh my!
No.
Don't do that.
No, it's fine, dude. No. I wasn't texting. What are you talking about, Juggle Guy?
Anyway, feel free to head on over to Melee and On Twitch.tv/Melee and On Me, and give us a follow. We'd love to see you around on the stream. And yeah, that's it for us here. Any last words about the Big House 3 at the Big House 3?
I just want to say, Juggle Guy almost had the perfect rule set, but wobbling.
Okay.
What does he have for wobbling?
We have wobbling bands. I don't think this is a discussion we want to have right now. But next time. I just want to say that I didn't just copy and paste my previous rule sets. I considered it again, and I found no new evidence that changed my mind. And I think we should leave it at that.
I think we can leave it at that for now.
Kirby
Let's talk
Kaze
about it in
has
2
an
weeks.
excellent argument that I agree with that's on Smashboards or the remnant of Smashboards, whatever Smashboards is right now.
I'd be interested to hear it, but probably not right now. But
Yeah,
wobbling
that's
is another one of those things where people can say, like, yeah, let's talk about wobbling. Let's settle this once and for all.
And
or like
then
the same thing with the stage list,
yeah.
and then that'll be like a 300 reply thread on Facebook.
Yep.
Easily. Yeah, every time.
You want a 300 reply thread on the Melee Anime group? Include wobbling or
Yeah.
DSR in your
Yeah.
original post.
So that, I mean, that's just why we need to use Smashboards for things like that. I hate using Facebook for those
Smashboards is a
discussions.
much better repository for information.
What about a wiki? A wiki would be better.
There is a
You're not
wiki,
gonna have
but
discussions on
it's
that.
wildly
But
outdated.
that's not the point, right? That what we're asking for is a
I think
reference
it is.
document.
Yeah, okay, but I think, we need to have discussions to get things to come out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then you have the discussion, and then when everybody decides what Dave's stupid rule is, then we can post it on the wiki, and then it'll never change. I swear. Okay, true story. We were sitting. It was me, Sheridan, and Zoso. Zoso brought up Dave's stupid rule. I did not. And Sheridan was saying, you know what? We just need to fix it.
I know
We
Sheridan
need to fix
hates
it for
that,
everybody.
yeah, so-
And I'm saying we need to do Mewtwo's stupid rule because this is too far gone.
No.
It's never ever going to
This-
resolve. Sheridan's convinced that he could fix it one day. And then I turned to my right. The only person who was standing there, it would turn out to be Eric. For all intents and purposes, just one random guy in the venue. What's Dave's stupid rule?
Oh,
and he said with the utmost conviction,
my
he perfectly described Dave's stupid rule
goodness.
modified. All right? And then I said, I rest my case. You're never going to fix everybody. It's the same thing.
Look, we educated the community
We did the
one
best
way.
we could.
One way.
We failed.
No. I'm saying
We
we
need to
spread
rebrand.
the word one way. We can spread the word the other way. I mean, everybody knew it was right before. Somehow it got messed up. We can unmess it up or remess it up or whatever.
Can I
It just
confess
shows you that
something
we
to
can
you?
spread this
I
information.
swear to God, after listening to you say it a million times, I still have no idea which one's which.
Why?
I swear to God. Because
Wait,
one's
do you
Dave's
still
stupid
not
rule,
get it?
one's modified. I don't know which one's which. One is the last stage, and then other ones, they're both
Okay,
stupid.
no, here's an easy way to remember it. The Dave's stupid
No, I don't-
Hey, shut up. Dave's stupid rule is stupid. Because it's the last stage. Modified Dave's stupid rule is better.
Slightly less stupid.
No, it's the correct thing that should be in every tournament.
So,
which is that you can't pick any stage that you've won on.
So,
Mewtwo King's stupid
new
rule.
topic.
New topic is let's get ready for Big House. Guys, make sure that you're following this channel. Tune in tomorrow at 11 a.m. for the Project Embrad.
That's the other stream.
Tune in tomorrow at 11 for the Melee pools.
That's the 10 Sunday.
Yours, yeah.
That's
Well,
Sunday.
That's we're not
That's
talking
not
about Sunday.
Saturday.
We're talking about tomorrow.
I think it's 10 a.m. tomorrow, isn't it?
No, tomorrow.
11.
11?
11 a.m. Melee pools round 1. We got the giant 10 and 11 player pools. 2 waves. 8
Commentated
pools,
by yours truly.
8 pools each.
This
You're
guy and
commentating
Toph.
one wave with Toph. I think we're going to get Crimson Blur and Violence on for the other wave. Round 1 is really tough to get commentators going because of the PM overlap. Round 2, the big guns are coming out. I'm going to hope to get Wife on board, hopefully. I don't know if he's going to be willing to do pre-bracket commentary. We're going to have to see.
Yep.
Sheridan, you mentioned that you wanted to do some doubles commentary.
Yeah, I'll
we'll
do
try
some
to get
teams
that
commentary.
going. And it's going to be a good time. We're going to have Melee Pools round 2 by the end of the night. Figured out what the bracket is, who the top 4 to 6 in Melee doubles is, depending on how far we go with that. And PM doubles is going to be all done. PM singles bracket's going to be up. So everything is pretty much going to be set for the grand final Sunday.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Stick with us. We'll see you more throughout the weekend. That's it for us.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Gamer.
See you next time.
Thanks, Oso.
I won't. They will.
Maybe you will.
Yeah.
Didn't want to talk about unknown.